If everyone would like to have a seat, and we will begin. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Blinn College's 2015 Faculty Convocation. I am Bryn Binke, Assistant Dean in the Division of Agricultural and Natural Sciences and a member of the Convocation Committee. On behalf of the Convocation Committee, I would like to welcome you today as we officially begin the 2017-18 academic year and welcome students to our respective campuses in less than a week. Today's program will officially begin with the welcome from Mr. Charles Mosier, Chair of the Blinn College Board of Trustees. Mr. Mosier was appointed to Blinn College's Board of Trustees in 2015 after having served for 40 years as editor and publisher of the Brenham Banner Press. He has served as director and president of the Texas Daily Newspaper Association and the Texas Press Association as director, as well as been a recipient of the Frank Mayborn Award for Community Leadership from the Texas Daily Newspaper Association. Mr. Mosier is also a recipient of the Lifetime Achievement in Print Journalism Award from Sam Houston State School of Mass Communication. He was named Man of the Year from the Washington County Chamber of Commerce in 1988 and has also been honored as Person of the Year from the Blinn College Alumni and Friends Association in 2014. An active community leader, Mr. Mosier has also served as board chair of the Brenham Community Development Corporation, director and chair of the Brazos River Authority, director of the Lower Colorado River Authority, director and president of the Economic Development Foundation of Brenham, president of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, president of the Washington on the Brazos State Park Association, board member and chairman of the Trinity Medical Center, board member of Scott and White Hospital Brenham, and president of the Brenham Rotary Club. Please join me in welcoming the chair of the Blinn College Board of Trustees, Mr. Charles Mosier.
Thank you very much. He read that just like I'd written it for him, so I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone, and as chairman of the Board of the Trustees of Blinn College, it is my privilege to welcome you to the start of the 135th academic year at Blinn, the oldest community-supported community college in Texas. There's nothing more invigorating than the start of the school year, whether it's at the elementary school level student or as a person entering the graduate school program. Certainly the Board of Trustees and the administration, headed by Chancellor Mary Hensley, are excited by the incredible opportunities that lie ahead for Blinn College students this coming year. On the campuses in Brenham, Bryan, Schulenburg, and Sealy, Blinn continues to attract outstanding students from across the state of Texas. Blinn's record of outstanding academic achievement ranks among the highest in community colleges. With outstanding administrative leadership, the Board of Trustees has a long-standing tradition of developing innovative programs to support students in reaching their educational goals. Programs like the establishment of the Texas A&M Blinn Team Program and the recently evolving Texas A&M Engineering Academy on the Blinn campuses in Brenham and Bryan. You'll be hearing much more about the RELIS campus development from Dr. Hensley, but I want you to know that the Board of Trustees has stood shoulder to shoulder with the Blinn administrative team in developing the initial stages of the RELIS program, which may well be a prototype for higher education programs throughout the country. The board, again with outstanding dedicated leadership from our chancellor, has set the stage for significant projects for the betterment of Blinn students and staff. Just down the street from this building, you will see significant construction projects, including a new activity center and additional student housing. I want to point out to you particularly the housing project is being accomplished by the hard work of the Board of Trustees and Dr. Hensley and their team and her team as they were determined to find a way to get this project to reality. The board is excited to see what the future holds for Blinn College and its students, and we truly appreciate the dedication of Brenn's faculty, staff, and administrators. They have positioned this college for greater success in the years ahead. While facilities, technology, and innovation are vital, we will always be mindful it is still the teacher in the classroom working with their students that remains the foundation of education, and we salute our most capable Blinn College teachers. It is now my honor to present Chancellor Hensley, but before I do, I have a couple of brief things to say. Dr. Hensley has absolutely been working around the clock since her arrival at Blinn College. The RELIS project has been a tremendous undertaking with countless contracts, construction projects, academic programs to be undertaken, Board of Trustees questions to answer, and she has taken a leadership role on every step of the way. I would also tell you that the recent session of the legislature was vital to Blinn and Texas community colleges, and she spent countless hours not only working for the benefit of Blinn, which she did, but all community colleges throughout our state. Dr. Hensley has also taken a lead position in increasing Blinn's role in workforce development, especially in Washington and Brazos County, where new facilities and programs are either underway or being developed. The new facilities here and the improvements at the Villa Maria campus in Bryan and the RELIS campus have taken shape during her tenure, and I cannot stress too much how time-consuming some of these projects have been because of the many different players and partnerships involved. But she has never retreated one step in this whole project, and she has continued to be a tenacious and enthused leader for the administrative team and the Board of Trustees. If you would now, please help me in welcoming Chancellor Mary Hensley.
Good morning. Thank you, Board Chairman Charles Mosier. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Fall 2017 Faculty Fall Convention. It's my pleasure to welcome you today as we prepare for another outstanding fall semester. As we begin, we have a few trustees in the audience, and I would like to introduce them. So you see Mr. Mosier taking his chair back in to the right of you. And also, I'd like to ask, while he's still standing, if Douglas Bohart, who's our former board chair, if you won't stand and let us recognize you as well. And we also have members of the Executive Council here with us this morning. I'd like for them to stand as I call their name, and please hold your applause until the end. First of all, Mr. Mel Waxler, Executive Vice Chancellor and General Counsel, and Mr. Waxler will be speaking with you later on this morning. Please remain standing. And Ms. Karen Buck, Vice Chancellor for Administration and Operations, Mr. Richard Cervantes, Vice Chancellor for Business and Finance. Many of you have not had the opportunity to meet Mr. Cervantes yet. He just recently came to us for the past few months, and we're so pleased that you're here, Richard. Dr. Crystal Lee, Vice Chancellor for Instruction. Dr. Dennis Krausen, Vice Chancellor for Student Services. Jimmy Bird, Executive Dean for the Bryan campus. And I'd also like to point out my good friend and colleague who always helps me prepare these comments for you, Rich Bray, Director of Communications. Won't you join me in applauding them as well? I'd also like to recognize the Faculty Convocation Committee. Many of you are here in the audience today. Would you please allow us to recognize you as well? As I call your name, would you stand and remain standing until I've called everyone's name? This one is special. This is our committee chair, Dr. John Beaver, who has recently announced his retirement. And I frankly cannot imagine Blinn College without you, Dr. Beaver. But on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we were so pleased to honor you at our last board meeting and so grateful for the time that you gave for that evening and also to bring your precious wife with you. Before I introduce the rest of the committee members, I want to speak directly to you. Thank you for your years of service to Blinn College. Thank you for your friendship to me since I have been here at Blinn as well. Blessings to you, to your wife, and to your family. I want you and hope that you will continue to take pictures of you in your snazzy car so that I can put them out on Facebook and Twitter and keep up with you. Dr. Beaver, ladies and gentlemen, has served as the committee chair for the convocation meeting. And joining Dr. Beaver is Brinn Binky, Tasha Burleson, Victoria Fowler, Becky Garlick, Joyce Lannenegger, Crystal Lee, Shelley Peacock, Richard Riley, John Schaefer, and Mark Workman. Let us thank them too for their hard work. And when you walked in this morning, did you notice the greeters dressed in their blue Blinn College shirts? These are our student greeters from football and volleyball. And I'm not sure if they're here. I think they're still out in the hallway. So how about giving them a great round of applause? And hopefully they can hear that as well. Well, last year I identified 3 primary goals that I wanted to focus on behalf of the Blinn College District. They were priority number 1, the development of a new Blinn College campus at Rellis. Number 2, preparation and participation during the 85th legislative session, and the development of a 3-year strategic plan. I'd like to take this morning to provide an update for you regarding each of these items and identifying what we accomplished during the past year 2016-17 and what we look forward to accomplishing in the coming year ahead. Please draw your attention to the screen. Our first priority was to work in partnership with the Texas A&M University system in preparation for the fall 2018 opening of Blinn College's new academic facility at the Rellis campus. As most of you know, last year, the Texas A&M system invited Blinn College to expand upon our long-standing partnership participating in the Rellis campus. The Rellis campus is going to be a very high-tech, multi-institutional research, testing, and workforce development campus. At this time, I would like to share a video from the very first groundbreaking ceremony to take place at the Rellis campus. This video will show you the celebration of the construction of the Center for Infrastructure Renewal, and it outlines Texas A&M System Chancellor John Sharp's vision for the Rellis campus.
Respect, excellence, loyalty, leadership, integrity, and selfless service. These are the core values of Texas A&M, and they are the inspiration not only for the name of this campus, but for the transformative collaboration that it will create between academia, the research industry, and the private sector.
Thank you very much for being here today to look at the vision that Dennis Christensen, Dean Banks, the Board of Regents, who was at the time doing a strategic plan, and came up with some great ideas that I stole from each of them and started this program. One of the great things about being chancellor of this place is you have unbelievable staff.
This ceremonial groundbreaking of this wonderful Rellis campus marks the beginning of something truly historic. The A&M system, Blinn College, and private companies are coming together to build a most unique campus, a most unique place.
This is going to be a facility where industry can pair up with the great research that exists at Texas A&M University, and we will use the tremendous drawing power of Texas A&M research to have those folks located here on this campus.
This special collaboration will result in a campus where students, researchers, and scientists will create leading-edge solutions to many of the problems that face our society today.
And this is going to be one remarkable place in the annals of higher education because of these folks that have worked on this. Thank you very much.
So Blinn will be part of more than 560,000 square feet of new and renovated space at the Rellis campus. The Center for Infrastructure Renewal, the Texas Transportation Institute, the TEACS training facilities, and the TEAS headquarters and research center will be located there. As the Rellis campus brings industry, research, testing, and education together. It also brings Texas A&M system institutions to a single location at the Rellis campus called the Gateway Education Center. And Blinn will provide the freshman and sophomore level courses for all of the students who intend to transfer to one of the 11 universities within the A&M system. In March, Blinn College and the Texas A&M system invited state and community leaders to the groundbreaking of the Rellis campus for our Blinn facility. At this time, I would like to show you another video. This will show you a brief video highlighting the excitement of our historic occasion.
Today is a wonderful day. Today is March 31st, a day that will live in Blinn College's history forever. This is a day where we celebrated the groundbreaking of Blinn College at the Rellis campus. We are thrilled about our partnership with Texas A&M University System and with TEACS and with Blinn College and with our Board of Trustees and our Board of Regents. We're all here to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Today is a very, very special day for all of us. It represents a landmark in the history of Texas higher education, as the Texas A&M system and Blinn College take an unprecedented step in a partnership that sets the standard for university and community college collaboration.
We, on behalf of the Texas A&M system, want to thank Blinn, and we want to thank Blinn for the kind of partnership and the people of Brenham that have supported this partnership for nearly 4 decades now.
One is I want to commend and congratulate the Texas A&M University System and Blinn College for what they are doing here today. What they are launching is a transformational enterprise in moving education forward in this country.
This day started almost a year ago on April the 28th with initial conversations with Executive Vice Chancellor Billy Hamilton and Vice Chancellor James Hallmark from the Texas A&M University System, who first presented to me the concept of a partnership between A&M and Blinn College at the Rellis campus. And then through the ensuing very short 11 months, here we are today, breaking ground. Students will be able to attend classes here at Blinn College, take their freshman and sophomore level, and then transfer seamlessly to one of the other universities within the Texas A&M University system. We were so excited today to be joined by so many members of the Texas legislature. We had several senators and representatives joining us on stage today, and we so appreciated the opportunity to hear them give words of support and celebration for this unbelievably innovative partnership with Texas A&M University System and Blinn College.
So as you can see, Blinn College and the Texas A&M system have worked closely with our architects to develop a first-class, forward-thinking facility that will allow students to celebrate throughout their educational experience. At this time, I would like to share new renderings of the interior of Blinn's academic facility at the Rellis campus. Few people have seen this. You're among the first. Of course, the vision for the Rellis campus goes beyond academic transfer. Last December, Blinn College, the Texas A&M system, and TEACS announced a joint partnership to meet Brazos County's growing workforce needs and to meet the demand for workforce training programs, building upon Blinn's strong selection of career training programs. As this chart shows, prior to that announcement, Blinn offered training for each of the 10 careers with the greatest employment demand in our region. These included nurses, teachers, operation managers, and correctional officers. Blinn also offered training for the jobs with the highest annual wage value, including computer systems analytics, software developers, accountants, physical therapy assistants, and dental hygienists. This summer, Blinn and TEACS introduced new carpentry and plumbing courses at the Rellis campus, including a carpentry boot camp designed for students who had no prior construction experience. The course teaches them to use common tools for residential construction, and upon completion, students are qualified to be part of a framing crew. Students who complete the National Center for Construction Education and Research Corps, we refer to that commonly as NCCER, and either the carpentry or the plumbing course, will be qualified for Occupational Safety and Health Administration 10-hour construction certificate, an NCCER Level 1 certificate for plumbing or carpentry, the Texas RELIS New Certificate of Completion, and Blinn College Certificate of Completion. I would particularly like to ask you to join me in thanking Jay Anderson. Is he here this morning? I think he's perhaps watching on television. Jay is our new Dean of Technical and Community Programs. Is he here? Jay, you're here in live. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you thank me in joining me in applauding Jay? Jay, I thought you might be using our new technical facilities that we have and watching via closed circuit. I'm so glad that you're here today. And ladies and gentlemen, many of you probably have not had the chance to meet Jay either. He came to us in recent months as well from up north, and we're so pleased to welcome him to Texas and specifically to Blinn College. And he has hit the ground running on all things for workforce training, and we're so excited to have you here, Jay. Well, RELIS was not the only construction project that began to take place in this last year. Last September, the Board of Trustees approved a new design for a student housing facility. This facility is extremely important to Blinn College. It is going to allow us to have 464 more students who will live and study on the Blinn-Brenham campus. Construction began this spring, and it's funded not by Blinn's operating budget, but rather it is funded by National Campus and Community Development, Blinn College Properties, LLC. Now that's a long name for a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which was established to provide tax-exempt financing specifically for this process and for this project. This student housing facility will have a direct and immediate impact on enrollment at this particular campus here in Brenham, where hundreds of students are placed on a housing wait list every year. This fall, the waiting list for the Brenham campus student housing numbered 658 students as of August the 15th who were on the wait list wanting to attend classes at the Brenham campus but were unable to find housing. That has been the trend for the past number of years, that we have a very long wait list. So based on that demand, we looked forward to this facility filling quickly in 2018, allowing an additional 464 students to enroll at this campus. Now, next to this student housing facility, construction is nearing completion on the Cruzy Center. The Cruzy Center is a 36,000 square foot recreation center that will host a variety of student activities as well as our Buccaneer basketball and volleyball games. The Cruzy Center was made possible through a very generous gift from the Cruzy family. And the Cruzy Center will include an event arena, weight room and cardio room, men's and women's locker rooms, an indoor track, meeting and multi-purpose rooms, and a Pirate's Den snack bar. We have to have our snack after we work out. In addition to providing a new venue for student activities, the Cruzy Center will help the Brenham campus recruit and retain students seeking an energetic, high-achieving campus environment. Well, even as Blinn invigorates its campus communities, recent construction projects have already begun to invigorate our local economy. Last summer, in partnership with the Brenham Economic Development Foundation and the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, Blinn announced a project to add an adjacent workforce training facility beside the current Hody Center. This new workforce training complex was funded through a $1.35 million grant from the U.S. Economic Development Agency, with support from the Brenham Community Development Corporation, the Washington County Commissioners Court, and the Brenham Economic Development Foundation. Blinn has agreed to administer the facility and all of the training programs conducted at this site, including welding, diesel engine mechanics, commercial maintenance, and heavy equipment operator training. Before we discuss our goals from the past year, I would like to take a moment to recognize Blinn's facilities planning and construction personnel. They have been busy this past year. I'd like to ask them to stand too if they are in the audience. And would you hold your applause until all have stood? Please join me in thanking Vice Chancellor of Administration and Operations, Karen Buck, Assistant Vice Chancellor of Facilities, Planning, and Construction, Richard O'Malley, Director of Brazos County Facilities, Sean Welch, and Project Manager, Mark Feldeke, for all of their work to add all of these new facilities and to upgrade our existing ones in service to Blinn College students, faculty, and staff. Thank you. Well, just as our construction crews were building exciting new facilities across the Blinn College district last year, Blinn College administrators were building relationships, particularly with state and local leaders, in support of Blinn's second goal for 2016-17. These relationships, ladies and gentlemen, proved crucial during the 85th legislative session, as Blinn partnered with our local legislators to advocate on behalf of Blinn and our issues that are most important to this college, to you as faculty, and to our students. We began the process with personalized letters to Blinn's legislators, which included information about the number of Blinn students who hailed from each one of their districts. In September, Blinn hosted Senate Higher Education Chairman Kel Seliger for a tour of the Brenham and Bryan campuses, including visits to the Health Sciences Center and to Bryant Collegiate High School. 2 months later, we hosted the first legislative session, the first legislative luncheon in Blinn's history, bringing more than 70 state legislators, elected officials, and local leaders together to discuss Blinn's legislative priorities in advance of the 85th legislative session. Those legislative priorities included support for the state funding goals for community colleges as adopted by the Texas Association of Community Colleges, referred to as TAC, and by the Community College Association of Texas Trustees, referred to as CCAT. Additionally, support for enhanced policies, programs, and associated funding to strengthen workforce development services and initiatives that were developed by TAC and by CCAT. Additionally, support for an increase in state funding to further Blinn College's efforts to provide an affordable higher education for all students. And further, a commitment to strengthening its business and industry partnerships and to enhancing workforce development in all of our service area. And further, we requested additional state funding to offset the rising expenses associated with the Hazelwood exemptions. And further, support for maintenance of the existing level of state funding for the operation of the Star of the Republic Museum. And further, and support for continued funding of Blinn College's Small Business Development Center, which we refer to as the SBDC. To promote these priorities, it took a lot of time and effort. Blinn administrators, particularly led by Executive Vice Chancellor and General Counsel Mel Waxler, and I made regular, continuous, frequent, never-ending trips to Austin. We spoke to legislators. We spoke to their staff members. We spoke to anybody in the halls that we could find about these issues that directly affect Blinn students and the communities that Blinn serves. In addition to these staff visits, college administrators, faculty, staff, students, and alumni joined us. We all participated in the Texas Community College Day, and also we hosted for the first time the first Blinn College Day at the Texas Capitol. At this time, I would like to show you another brief video highlighting the excitement of Blinn's visit to the state capitol.
Today is March the 7th. What a wonderful day for Blinn College. Today is the first time that Blinn College has had designated both in the House and in the Senate resolutions in honor of the college. We had representatives from the House, Representative Cassell, Representative Rainey, and Representative Schubert, of course, who led the House resolution in support of Blinn College Day. And then in the Senate, we had Senators Schwartner and Kolkhorst, who led the resolution in its passage today for Blinn College. So we appreciate our legislators so much. They've been wonderfully supportive. We had about 50 representatives. We had faculty, staff, students, administrators, alumni, and just general supporters of Blinn College from the community. And they were assigned in teams to visit with various senators and representatives and their staffs.
I think it was a really good opportunity to see what was going on in the House and in the Senate and what they were talking about, and actually meeting with Leighton Schubert, the state representative. He listened to us, and he was really considerate of the students and the college and the staff members, and he even told us that he's been close to Blinn College, for so long. So I think it's really appreciative that he said that.
We wanted to bolster our relationships, enhance our communication with members of the legislature. I want to be able to be present, a seat at the table, so to speak, when they're having these policy conversations that impact Blinn College. I want the college to have some influence with the members of the legislature, which emanate from a respect for who we are and what we do, and an appreciation of what we do, particularly for our students.
The efforts of Blinn's administrators and our faculty and our staff and our students and our community members and our alumni helped us to build new relationships in Austin and at the Capitol, and contributed to a successful legislative session that saw state lawmakers provide community colleges an additional $19 million compared to the previous biennium. Some of you who worked so hard during this last session are in the audience. I would like to ask you if you won't take just a moment and let you stand and be recognized. If you participated in the Blinn College Day, if you, through your associations as faculty members or staff or alumni or community members, if you helped to speak to our legislators on behalf of Blinn College, won't you please stand and let us recognize you as well, particularly led by our General Counsel, Mel Waxler. Thank you. You made a significant difference. Particularly, Mr. Waxler, I'm going to speak to you. You have done a phenomenal job since being here at Blinn College. The fact that we had our first legislative delegation here, our first luncheon, was incredibly successful and has been talked around the state for your leadership on behalf of Blinn College. I thank you most sincerely for all that you have done for us. Early in the legislative session, there were signs, ladies and gentlemen, that the Star of the Republic Museum would not receive funding during the upcoming biennium. However, despite a decrease in funding compared to the 84th legislative session, the museum will receive greater funding than it did during the 83rd legislative session. This funding will allow the Star of the Republic to remain an important part of the services that Blinn Colleges provides for our local community. Many elementary students and many middle school students go to the museum. Particularly, they have field trips there in the spring and oftentimes, sometimes in the summer, and they host the annual regional history fair. The museum plays an important part for so many years since the early 1970s in partnership with Blinn College. And as Chancellor, I assure you that we are going to do everything possible to keep continued funding going for the museum. And now regarding the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center. Blinn's SBDC also will continue to offer valuable services to the community after this past successful legislative session. We spoke to legislators about the role that SBDC plays in strengthening the Texas economy. As a member of the Texas Gulf Coast SBDC network, the Blinn SBDC will continue to receive state funding thanks to the network's practice of providing financial support based on past performance and Blinn's SBDC's long history of exceptional service to local businesses. Well, even as Blinn College developed exciting new facilities and we strengthened our relationship with state legislators, it also laid the groundwork for the future with our third priority, the development of a new 3-year strategic plan. This strategic plan includes a new mission statement, a new vision statement, goals, and for the first time ever, core values. To develop this plan, Blinn established a 24-member committee comprised of faculty and staff from across the college district. Again, led by Dr. Amanda Clark. If you were a member of the Strategic Planning Committee and you were in the audience today, won't you stand and let us recognize you as well. Thank you. Together, the committee developed the following mission statement. Blinn College is providing stronger communities. Let me start that again. Blinn College is building stronger communities by providing quality, comprehensive education and empowering students to achieve excellence in their educational careers and personal goals. This mission statement better explains the comprehensive nature of Blinn College's programs and our services, and it will serve as a guide for each future project that the college undertakes. The new vision statement reads as follows: shaping future academic, workforce, cultural, and economic leaders by providing excellent instruction, resources, services, and innovative partnerships for students and the community. In crafting this vision, the committee crafted a more descriptive statement that included more information regarding the ways in which Blinn College serves its communities. The committee felt that emphasizing academic and workforce training goals separately was important in establishing Blinn's commitment to the comprehensive nature of community colleges. And now, for the first time in Blinn's history, the college identified 7 new core values: access, collaboration, diversity, excellence, innovation, respect, and service. With those core values serving as a guide, the strategic plan also identified 3 primary objectives for the next 3 years: student success, performance excellence, and planned growth. In turn, these 3 long-term objectives helped me to identify the annual goals that we are now going to discuss today. Taken together, what does the strategic plan mean for the future of Blinn College? It means that while Blinn continues to serve the community in a variety of ways, at its heart, this is an institution committed to students and its community. This strategic plan makes clear that Blinn College is committed to academic and career training excellence, and that Blinn provides those services through innovation and collaboration with its community partners. Throughout the upcoming year, I would challenge each of you to consider each piece of this strategic plan and consider how the ideas inherent in our core values can help you build a brighter future for Blinn College students. In addition to the items I just outlined in 2016-17, we also had a wide variety of other successes. These accomplishments include the development of a campus carry implementation plan by a 34-member campus carry task force, the results of which you will be presented and being hearing by the task force members later this morning. I'd like to again ask if you would hold your applause, and at this time I would ask for all members present today of the Campus Carry Task Force, again led by General Counsel and Executive Vice Chancellor Mel Waxler, to please stand and let us thank you as well. Other accomplishments from the past year include the launch of a new surgical technology program in partnership with Baylor Scott & White Hospital to meet the local needs. New articulation agreements that were signed with Hardin-Simmons University, the University of Texas at San Antonio, and the Texas A&M Kingsville College of Engineering. We also received national recognition on the U.S. President's Higher Education Community Services Honor Roll in recognition of Blinn's commitment to community service and civic engagement. We also received recognition by the National Institute for Staff and Organizational Development, we commonly refer to that as NISOD, as one of the most promising places to work in community colleges in 2017. And we also received more than $1.25 million in grants awarded from the National Science Foundation and the Texas Workforce Condition. Additionally, the Blinn Foundation and the Alumni and Friends Foundation raised more than $60,000 for student scholarships and athletic equipment at the 3rd Annual Clay Shoot.
Today is the 2017 Blinn College Clay Shootout. This is our 3rd time to host this event. We have 62 teams here today from all over the state, including Bryan College Station, Brenham, around the Houston area. Many of our vendors at Blinn College come and support this event today. We're shooting 100 sporting clays, and we've got 3 flight times, 8:30, 11:30, and 2:30. It's just going to be a great day to help raise money for Blinn College, for the students and staff. There's so much networking that goes on here. For businesses, it's a great way for them to meet new clientele. For alumni who come out, it's a great way to reconnect with their former classmates. And it's just really a great way to tell the story of the college and show them all the great things that we have going on.
Today, we're out as a gold sponsor for the Sporting Clay Shoot. I'd like to say that we appreciate Blinn giving us the opportunity to share in the sponsorship of this event. We feel that it is certainly something that the individuals that participate in get a lot from. It's great to be able to support Blinn College. In our office, many of the employees I know have graduated from Blinn, so just having the opportunity to sponsor this and to get out and enjoy the event of Sporting Clays is a unique opportunity.
To get involved, they can go to our foundation website, foundation.blinn.edu. There's an alumni tab there that they can click on. They can join. They can call me for more questions. We have officers and directors that we're always looking for new folks to come and get involved, whether it's volunteering or contributing dollars back to the college. So again, whether it's your time, it's your talents, or if you have the ability to give, we're looking for new folks every day.
So this last person that you just saw in the video is Dr. Kyle Merton, who has been the director of the Alumni and Friends Foundation. And for this coming year, he will continue to carry that role, but he has also been announced as our new director of resource development. So Kyle will be focusing and working very closely with leaders and faculty members to try to acquire more external funding and grants for Blinn College. So we're grateful to Kyle and hope that you have an opportunity to work closely with him in this coming year. Well, look at all the accomplishments that we had, faculty. This was an amazing year in 2016 and 17. And now as we look ahead to the next academic year, 2017-18, we can take pride in all of our accomplishments. This year, I have identified 4 goals that will be significant to the success of the upcoming year and for the future of Blinn College. First, the continued development of new college facilities at the Blinn Brenham and Blinn Rellis campuses. Second, preparation for the 86th legislative session. Third, the development of strategies to maintain and increase enrollment. And fourth, the sound fiscal management of the college's budget and resources. The first goal, the continued development of facilities at the Rellis and Brenham campuses, builds upon last year's successes. As you can see in the Rellis campus development timeline beside me, the Gateway Education Complex, the site where the Texas A&M System universities will be located, will host its groundbreaking in August 2018, the same month that Blinn opens our new academic facility. Almost exactly 1 year from today, on August the 23rd, 2018, mark this on your calendar, Blinn College will host the grand opening of our new academic facility at the Rellis campus. I would urge each of you to try to attend, to mark your calendars now in advance of this very historic event, as we prepare on that day to celebrate our partnership with the Texas A&M University System, a new facility that will allow us to offer community and the state of Texas an even greater array of educational services. In advance of the Rellis grand opening, there remains much to accomplish. Together, the Texas A&M University System and Blinn College have been meeting with academic, facilities, and workforce training advisory committees. We meet every month, and we have been doing so for more than a year. We are trying to gather input to ensure that the services that we offer at Rellis meet the needs of our students and our community. I am pleased to announce for you today that all 11 Texas A&M System universities will have a presence at the Rellis campus, and in the near future, we expect to make an announcement regarding the academic programs and degrees that will be offered at Rellis. At this time, our expectation is that bachelor's degree programs could be offered in the following: accounting, art education, biology, civil engineering, computer technology, criminal justice, engineering technology, finance, health sciences, information systems, data analysis, management, marketing, nursing, public administration, and public safety. In July, just a month ago, Blinn College and the Texas A&M System signed a new partnership agreement to secure funding for a new shared facility that could host workforce training and other educational programs delivered both by Blinn College and by Texas A&M System universities and agencies. In addition to this new facility, the Board of Trustees has authorized administrators to explore potential sites at the Rellis campus and elsewhere in Brazos County that could house our programs, including but not limited to veterinary technology, therapeutics manufacturing, and dental hygiene. Blinn administrators have also been authorized by the Blinn Board of Trustees to collect information regarding the possible establishment of health science program facilities at the Rellis campus. Throughout this summer, Blinn College and the Texas A&M System have been developing a comprehensive marketing and recruitment plan to attract students to the Rellis campus. Texas A&M System Chancellor John Sharp recently approved this logo, which will be included in all marketing materials for the Rellis campus. A key component of this marketing campaign will include working with local school districts to ensure that high school students are aware of the many opportunities that RELIS offers. At this time, I would like to show you a video from Chancellor Sharp's May 2nd, 2016 announcement at the RELIS campus, in which he discusses those students who may be most interested in all that RELIS has to offer.
Consider this. About 40,000 young men and women apply to Texas A&M University every year. We accept about 10,000 of those kids. So somewhere in the process, and let's assume another 10,000 go somewhere else, Stanford, Yale, some other place. That's 20,000 young men and women out there that want to be Aggies, that want to be a part of this community, but they wind up going somewhere else. And so what we're doing is with our university, other 10 universities, and talks with Blinn College and several others, we've decided that we're going to build a campus to A&M standards right there where those kids don't have to leave the Brazos Valley. They want to be Aggies. We want to make part of their dream come true. And we will teach them for a couple of years. Some of them are going to be able to go to Texas A&M after a couple of years, but most will not. But rather than those kids go somewhere else, to inferior universities, we've decided that what we're going to do is bring our universities to them.
Of course, the RELIS campus will not be the only facility that we open in the months ahead. On Thursday, September the 14th, in just about a month from now, the Washington County Chamber of Commerce and Blinn Economic Development Corporation will host a ribbon cutting for the new Hody Center expansion. And this ribbon cutting will take place at 9 a.m., followed by an open house from 9:30 to 11 a.m. And then, in December, at 10 a.m., on December the 1st, a Friday, Blinn will host the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Cruzy Center. We will thank the Cruzy family for their long-standing support of Blinn College and its students, and for the extremely kind and generous gift that made the Cruzy Center a possibility. And then construction at the Brenham Campus Student Housing Facility will continue. It's already underway. It will continue through August 2018. Completion is scheduled in time for students to barely get in time to move in and then get to their classes for the fall 2018 semester. The second priority for next year, it also builds upon last year's successes. As Blinn begins to look ahead to the 86th legislative session, we will continue to strengthen our presence with TAC, our presence with CCAT. These two organizations led the legislative advocacy efforts for the state's 50 community college districts, and they have been tremendous partners in supporting the interest of Blinn. Many of Blinn's legislative goals will remain consistent as we continue to advocate for state funding, which helps to keep student costs low. We also will continue to advocate strongly on behalf of the Star of the Republic Museum and the Small Business Development Center so that we can continue to provide their valuable services. We anticipate that state legislators will discuss ways in which they might establish an equitable statewide charge for students who enroll in dual credit courses. Interim committees can begin meeting this fall, and Blinn College administrators anticipate attending committee discussions and providing information and testimony when requested. Our third priority for this coming year is the development of strategies to maintain and increase enrollment district-wide. Blinn historically has enjoyed annual increases in enrollment, particularly on the Bryan campus and in the distance learning courses. Registration, however, has remained relatively flat since Blinn enrolled 19,317 students 3 years ago in fall of 2014. Invigorating enrollment growth throughout the district empowers the college to introduce new programs and services and serves as an indicator that Blinn College truly is meeting the needs of the community we serve. In the year ahead, we are going to explore new marketing and recruitment strategies to reach new audiences. We're going to target our marketing energies on specific programs and degree plans with high potential for enrollment. And we're going to strengthen our relationships and our communications with area school districts to ensure that teachers and advisors and counselors are well informed about the programs and services offered at Blinn. Now, even as we take these actions, this goal is truly about meeting the needs of our community. For example, Baylor Scott and White recently asked us about the potential for developing a blended vocational nursing program that would allow Baylor Scott and White employees to take the lecture portion of their classes online and their labs and their clinicals during the nights and the evenings and on the weekends. By offering face-to-face offerings during these non-traditional times and hours, Blinn will empower Baylor Scott and White employees to continue working even as they also at the same time earn their degrees and advance their careers. Strategies such as these are important. They will help to increase Blinn's enrollment, but more importantly, they will serve the needs of higher education in providing our services to our communities and therein strengthen local businesses. In a similar fashion, Blinn is exploring strategies by which the college can expand its weekend course offerings for both academic and career and technical courses. These programs on the weekend make Blinn College more accessible to non-traditional students and allow students to earn their degrees, certificates, and industry requirements in a shortened time frame. Once again, this represents an example in which we increase enrollment, but more importantly, we offer a valuable, convenient service to our community. Led by the efforts of Dr. Crystal Lee and Dr. Dennis Krausen, Blinn also is exploring strategies to increase student retention and help students on academic probation return to good standing. At the same time, a recent study from the Aspen Institute has found that students with a prescribed degree plan, a pathway, enjoy higher success rates. With this in mind, Blinn is a partner in the Texas Pathways Project, a statewide strategy focused on building capacity for community colleges to design and implement structured academic and career pathways for all students. As you can see, even as these strategies support Blinn's enrollment, they truly are geared towards student success. Many of the exciting projects and accomplishments that we have discussed today demonstrate exactly why students from across this state should and do consider Blinn College for their higher education experience. As we recommit ourselves today to efficient operations, dynamic course offerings, and strategic recruitment strategies, we do so knowing that these actions strengthen Blinn's future and position us to offer even more programs and opportunities in the years to come. Our fourth priority for the coming year is the sound fiscal management of the college's budgets and resources. In June, the Blinn Board of Trustees approved a $112.6 million budget for the upcoming fiscal year. This represents a 4.5% increase over the previous year. In recognition, faculty, of your many accomplishments to help offset increased insurance costs and to ensure that Blinn College continues to retain and attract the very best faculty in the state, that budget includes a 3% pay increase for all staff and all full-time faculty. With sound financial management and a commitment to classroom excellence, Blinn College is in a rare position to reward its faculty for their expertise, even as the college expands its facilities, and our future growth. Particularly, I would like to recognize the Blinn Board of Trustees. This takes a tough vote in a time of fiscal challenges to ensure that Blinn faculty are valued in the form of a pay increase. Won't you join me, ladies and gentlemen, in thanking once again our Blinn Board of Trustees. Now, as you can see on the screen, property tax revenue, which Blinn collects in Washington County, represents less than 2% of this year's budget. Per state law, those funds can only be utilized on this campus here in Brenham. Meanwhile, state funding represents 25% of this year's budget. So as we have discussed, Blinn College, TAC, and CCAT are working together to advocate on behalf of all Texas community college students. However, you read this in the newspaper, and so do I. The legislature faces limited resources each biennium, so it's important for Blinn to strengthen its financial position so that we can maximize the input that future decreases have upon our students. To that end, approximately 57% of this year's budgeted revenue is generated by tuition and fees. Data from the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board shows that out-of-district students attending Blinn save 42% compared to the cost of an average state university. So given Blinn's strong academic reputation, our proximity to Texas A&M, and our unique co-enrollment programs, those savings make Blinn College the clear choice for students who come to us from across the state. However, that same data show that Blinn ranks 10th highest in tuition and fee cost among the state's 50 community colleges. For Blinn to maintain our role as an affordable gateway to higher education, our tuition and fees rates must remain competitive with community colleges across the state of Texas. Additionally, as the educational needs of our service area change, we must have the financial flexibility to build and offer new facilities and services. And as this chart shows, when Blinn took out $46.5 million in bonds in 2016 to fund the Rellis campus construction and renovations to the Bryant campus, the college reached its capacity in bonds of $83.8 million. So until Blinn reduces the principal on those bonds, any new facilities must be funded through public-private partnerships or other alternative funding sources. With this in mind, you can see why strong enrollment is crucial to the future of Blinn College District and to the communities we serve. Before I close my remarks, I would like to take a moment to thank each of you for your hard work on behalf of Blinn College and its students. As you entered today, you may have noticed the slideshow commemorating some of your outstanding accomplishments from the past year. Taken together, these accomplishments speak to your dedication, your commitment, and your willingness to go above and beyond to introduce our students to a world of new ideas and new opportunities. Thanks to your efforts, we are building a variety of new facilities to meet the needs of the next generation of Blinn College students. Students from across the state of Texas are applying for admission to Blinn College, home to one of the state's highest academic transfer institutions. And they do so because we have a reputation as one of the finest community colleges in the state of Texas. And for that, you have my sincere appreciation and my personal applause. You, faculty, you are the heartbeat of Blinn College. You are what this college is all about. Together, you are crucial to our success. You handle thousands of tasks every day, large and small, that take place every day that I will never even know about. But I want you to know that each and every effort that you take, each and every step that you take in service to our students and to Blinn College is greatly appreciated. These accomplishments are the foundation for what will be an incredible year for Blinn College and for its students. And at this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Crystal Lee to the stage as we honor this year's Teaching Excellence Award winners. This year, Blinn College is recognizing 4 instructors: an academic instructor from the Brenham, Schulenburg, or Sealy campuses, an academic instructor from the Bryan campus, a technical education instructor, and for the first time, an adjunct instructor. Our first honoree is the college's first adjunct instructor to win a Teaching Excellence Award, and I would like to ask Dr. Judy Lanfrey to come forward and stand beside me. Dr. Lanfrey has been an adjunct literacy professor in Blinn's Humanities Division since 2010 and is entering her 54th year as an educator, including experience as an elementary school teacher, professor of graduate studies, nursery co-director, and literacy coordinator. In her application, she wrote, and I quote, "I teach because I want to assist individual students as they attempt to improve their own lives, to facilitate the progress of groups assigned to me for specific instruction as they work toward achievement of their collective goals, and to promote literacy for all. I strive to influence students in a positive way beyond the classroom, touching their lives in a professional yet warm manner that reflects respect for individual values and our respect growth as members of society." Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in congratulating Dr. Judith Lanfrey. Next, I would like to recognize and ask to step forward Dr. Deborah Vavra, Communications Professor and Assistant Dean for the Division of Visual Performing Arts and Kinesiology, and this year's Teaching Excellence Award winner from the Brenham, Schulenburg, and Sealy campuses. Dr. Vavra has been with Blinn College since 1995 and has been an active leader on a number of Blinn College committees, including currently serving on the Performing Arts Series Committee, Division Leadership Council, Center for Teaching and Learning, Curriculum Committee, and Curriculum Resource Team. And she recently served on the Strategic Planning Committee that I mentioned earlier in my remarks. Dr. Vavra previously has been awarded the NISOD Excellence Award, the Robert Giles Distinguished Advisor Award, and Phi Theta Kappa's Faculty Scholar Paragon and Region Horizon Awards. She's also been named Texas Hall of Honor for Outstanding Advisors. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Deborah Vavra. Our third honoree is this year's Technical Education Teaching Excellence Award winner, Mr. Jason Ruman. Jason is an instructor with Blinn's Emergency Medical Services program at the Health Science Center, an alumnus who earned his EMT basic certification at Blinn College. Jason has been an EMS instructor with Blinn since 2008. He is a licensed firefighter and paramedic who also holds a Bachelor of Business Administration and Marketing from Texas A&M University. Jason was valedictorian of the TEACS Firefighter Academy class of 2004, valedictorian also of the TEACS Paramedic Academy class of 2006, and was a Teaching Excellence Award finalist in 2013. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Jason Vrooman. Our final Teaching Excellence Award honoree is Judy Wagner, a mathematics instructor on the Bryan campus. Judy has been a teacher for more than 50 years and has been a member of the Blinn College faculty since 1976. She is a member of the Texas Mathematical College Teaching Association, the Texas State Teachers Association, the National Education Association, the Texas Community College Teachers Association, the American Association of University Professors, and the Brazos Valley Art League. Additionally, Judy, I'll let out our personal secret that Judy is a swimmer, and so am I, and she's been trying to convince me now for the last number of months to fit into that skinny little suit that I used to have and get out there and start swimming laps. And before this semester is over, I'm going to do it, Judy. Thank you. Why don't you join me, ladies and gentlemen, in honoring Dr. Wagner as well. You're welcome. You got you. And I'd like to thank all of the faculty who shared their passion for education during this opportunity to broadcast and to showcase them today. And I wonder if we could just take a moment to ask you once again if you could step forward and join me in the front so that we can take a picture as a collective group. And now we'll show you another video.
Whenever I was working in the hospital setting and I looked around and I saw a lot of new nurses that as they were trying to get out and get their feet wet in that first year of nursing, it was a really hard transition for them. And it made me want to become part of that answer and try to help them transition to practice. And I thought coming in on to the other side, to the educator side, I could help them with that.
The biggest thing for me with being in higher education is building relationships. So that's between students, faculty, staff, parents, just building those relationships and kind of seeing student learning take the next growth and the next expansion out of that. So I think part of being in higher education is just knowing you're helping students take that next step.
I get to share in their experiences of becoming a teacher. And I also, I guess it's a cliche, I don't know if that's what I would call it, but the light bulb. So I get to see students when they are learning about something, learning about a concept, and then they go out and they see it in the classroom, and then they bring it back and they go, Ms. Jones, I saw that. I saw, how I used this strategy, and so they share that with us, and I like that. So being in the classroom means I get to see lots of those light bulb moments.
I teach speech, which is most of what I teach is public speaking. So it's a really participative class. The students do as much or more of the physical talking and participating as I do. And then I teach sociology in the social science field. It's more of a lecture course, but maybe because of my background in speech, I still have presentations and things from the students. And I started out feeling really the most comfortable in speech and feeling awkward in soc, and it's almost flip-flopped. I love my sociology classes. I really do. It's fun. It's I don't know. I like all the world exploration, getting these kids out of, or students, young adults, out of their box of their own experiences and giving them little pieces of what's out there.
I love working my students to achieve their goal.
I love seeing their minds' ability grow throughout the semester. Another reason I love working here are my wonderful colleagues. They are my mentors. They teach me things and help me to be better teachers. My students and my colleagues are the reason that I love working here.
What is most important to me about the work I do is to equip all students so that they have the literacy they need to succeed in academic pursuits, perhaps of their own choosing or chosen for them, to help them to succeed in life, which I find more and more important in the times we find ourselves, and also beyond the classroom. So in and out of the classroom, for example, in the world of work.
The most important thing that I do is to try to help students to achieve success. Many of our students come here, they're first out of high school. Others are older students who are coming back. And they have different needs, and I try to meet the needs of all of those people and to help them to help each other and to become successful citizens. So it is all about a life learning process here. And I think that that's typical of all the teachers here at Blinn College. We all put our students first.
I think the most important thing is helping the students achieve, and I'm really lucky that I have a strong group of fellow faculty members throughout all the health science programs that work together. We are also very lucky that we have a lot of the cutting edge technology and simulation equipment to help the students get better prepared for what to expect in real life. And that's my goal, is to see them take something that they might have interest in and turn it into a passion and something that they'll love to do as a career.
I can't tell you the number of times I've had students on the very first day of class tell me, I can't do this. There's no way I can get up and give a speech in front of my classmates. And I always tell them, of course you can. You can do this. And most of the time they do. And so that's powerful, because that kind of trickles out into their other courses and other areas of their life. And then they figure out, I can do that speech. I can complete her course. I can complete my other courses. I can even graduate from college, and I can get that real job. And what's so important about that is, for many of them, that means that they're going to break that cycle of poverty. They're going to be the first person to ever graduate from college in their entire family. They're going to have a decent job, and they can get out of poverty. And it all begins with us simply saying, you can do this. And that's simple, but it's huge for that student. So that's what's most important to me, is I have that opportunity.
I'd like to thank all of our faculty who shared their passion for education during this video, and congratulate them once again. Before I close, please remember that I look forward to hearing from you and visiting with you during the year. Please feel free to call me or email me at any time, or catch me in the hall. One of my favorite parts of each day is the opportunity to visit with each one of you. It is my honor and my privilege to serve as the Chancellor of Blinn College, and to serve as your Chancellor for such a talented and energetic and excellent faculty. I wish you the most enjoyable year. I hope that it is very productive, and I hope you also have a lot of fun. Thank you so very much. The convocation for this part of the agenda is now closed. We will take a 15-minute break and then reconvene. Best wishes always.